What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Zeke Dawg, and I'm back with another video. So today, man, we got some maintenance, some routine maintenance that's needed for the truck. We're gonna clean or attempt to clean the DPF filter. Now, a lot of y'all probably be like, just take it to the shop. Yeah, you can take it to the shop. In actuality, I called the shop and they're running a special for like $600 to take it off, clean it, and put it back on. But it's nothing like doing it yourself, so you can really be hands-on and maybe save yourself money if they're not running a special. So that's what we're gonna do today, man. And if you need a truck like your boy Zeke Dawg got, this is what I need y'all to do. Go on over there to Lone Mountain. Check out their website. Look at their inventory, down payment, and monthly payments. If you don't see something that you're looking for, give them a call. Tell them Zeke Dawg sent you. Tell them what you're looking for, so maybe you can find your next truck. Alright, dog team, so the DPF filter is going to be located on this side of the truck. It's right up under the passenger seat. So we're going to end up taking this side panel off first, and I'm going to show you all the tools that we're going to need for this project. Alright, dog team, I'm going to show you what you're going to need to take off your DPF filter. And if you need any more tools, I'm gonna update it. But as of right now, all right, these gonna be the tools that you need: adjustable wrench, ratchet. You're gonna need a 6mm hex. You're gonna need a 21 socket, 21 wrench, 19, 19, 17, 17, 13, 13, 10, and 10 sockets, and the wrench. A couple of them are ratchets, but I don't have any ratchets on the 21 and the 19 just because of the size. And I got a slew of other tools over here for extra stuff, but this is what you need primarily. So to actually clean it, what we're going to be trying out, and I say trying because I've never cleaned it before, but I've never definitely used this, the DPF flush cleaner made by Motor Power Care. I purchased 2 of them so that there's more of the solution flushing around in there. You can get away with 1 if you slush it a lot, but I think 2 is what you need. So the directions on here, it says shake well. It tells you to take the filter off. It wants you to seal one of the ends and then pour the solution inside, leave it for about 8 to 10 hours, shake it from time to time, and then after the cleaning process is done, rinse it with warm water until it's clear. And then after that, they want you to do a regen. I'm gonna do that with slight modifications. Once I finish the cleaning of it and it looks pretty clear with warm water, I'm gonna hit it with the pressure washer and see if I can get anything else out of it. That's just the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have a container that I'm gonna put the filter in and let it soak so none of the chemicals can evaporate. So let's give it a try, man. All right, dog team, while we're under there, we're gonna go ahead and replace the rear knock sensor. I've been getting a code for it. It goes on and goes off, but I'm like, I might as well try to replace it. So this is the knock sensor. If I need any additional tools that for this, I'll specify that when I'm taking it off, but that's gonna get replaced as well. Alright, you can set this to the side. I have wires for my LED lights under there, but what I want you to notice is over here on the side of the box, guess what you see? The last date it was cleaned, which would have been 8/25 or 23, approximately 20 days before I purchased the truck. So it had got clean. Matter of fact, when I was looking at it and I applied for it, it was around the 25th, and it was just another week or two before I could go pick it up. So they had just cleaned the DPF filter on this date. So that should indicate to you if it's been professionally cleaned or not. All right. All right, the first thing you want to do after removing the side panel is take off 8 bolts. The 8 bolts you're going to take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're 19, so you can use your 19 ratchet as well as your 19 power drill. All right, dog team, first thing you want to do once you get this side panel off is remove 8 bolts. You got 2 here, you got 2 here, you got 2 here, and then you got 2 here. So we're gonna get those removed. You got an option, like I said, the minimum tools that you need. You can kind of break the nut with this. It's a little looser than what I thought. Alright, what you're gonna do first, once you get the side panel off, you're gonna take these 2 bolts off. These 2 bolts, you're gonna bag these up. These 2 bolts and these 2 bolts. They're 18 millimeters, and what I'm gonna use to kind of break it is a breaker bar. That way going the right way, yeah, we're gonna go up with it to break it. So what you want to do is just rotate it just a little bit to break the grip that it has on there. and then you can put your power wrench on it after that. Alright, I just took all 4 of those bolts out, and we'll see how much it moves away. I may have to undo one more bolt. Alright, now that that's out of the way, we can work on getting this baby here off. So let's see where we want to get started. Alright, dog team, the first thing I want to do is I'm gonna get a little marker, and I just want to kind of have an alignment reference to where everything is right now. And so with this alignment reference, once everything starts to go back together, I want to be able to have it in the exact same spot that it's in right now. Alright, got my reference points. It's gonna be real close, if not the exact spot. And then you probably can't notice, but I'm gonna point it out. You see how it's like this gel material almost on here? This is to secure, to make sure the bolt doesn't move anywhere. It's on this one over here too. It's also on these, but we're going to go ahead and crack the bolts here. Got my 13mm. For a second. Alright, next you want to take these 3 bolts off right here, but they got a nut and a washer on this side, so you got to make sure you put something over there. I'm going to use my adjustable wrench to hold the nut and washer on this side. As you can see, all 3 of these are out, and I just put the nuts and the washer back on so I can keep up with them a little bit easier. Alright, next we're going to remove this sensor going into here. It's probably an 18, but I don't have an 18, so I'm going to use my adjustable wrench. And you want to clean this off as well. This looks like a temp sensor, but you can do that on the back end. You don't have to do that right now. Just kind of stick this up here out of the way. This is going to also have to come off, as well as a couple sensors in the back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pop these off. You're going to end up needing an 8mm, and I also got a pivot down here. I may need it on the back side. Not sure if I'm going to need it on this side. Alright, so these are the two we're going to take off from the back. And having your pivot is probably going to work pretty good. I may need 2 hands to get this Alright, what I'm gonna try to do is go ahead and take these clamps off here and here, and then take this clamp off, see how much maneuverability I have at that point, and maybe I can slide this back a little bit in order to get to those rear bolts. Alright, this is the first part of this filter. Man, that looks bad. And this is your DPF filter here. Alright, so in order to get this sensor off back here, I have to have this moved out of the way a little bit because it's not going to allow me to come out with this bracket right here. Alright, now that this is free. It's gonna allow me to pull this sensor out here. Alright. Like I said, we're gonna clean all the sensors off. And if your truck is deleted, you don't have to worry about doing all this. You'll just have a functioning truck with low maintenance and no extra cost for doing this stuff. Alright. Try to move it to where it can come out. There we go. Get that sensor out of here. Alright, the first thing you want to look at to see is how clean this side is. And surprisingly, it's pretty clean. So this filter is probably worth saving because this side is clean. Alright, at this point we have successfully removed the DPF filter. Whew. It wasn't as challenging as I thought it was going to be, but just know that we need new gaskets, which I got 2 of those, and I'm gonna want to put a new gasket up here, so I'm gonna have to grab that one. Like I said, make sure we clean the sensors off pretty good, and let's go ahead and get this stuff soaking so that we know the cleaning process has started. Alright, dog team, man, so before I soak my DPF filter, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and do a quick rinse at the car wash, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one right here because I plan on soaking this one, not this one over here. So we'll see how this goes. All right, dog team, man. As you can see, we got. I can hear water. Is it water? I guess there's water out here. You can hear the water coming through the little chambers and stuff. So what I recommend is try to get all this water out of here first. That way you're not diluting the solution that we're gonna put it in this garbage can. I picked up one. I was trying to find the right size, but I went to Lowe's and I picked up this trash can. 32 gallon. Here's the part number, and it's almost like a direct fit over this. So we're gonna put the filter in here and then pour the solution in. Like I said, after I make sure all this water is drained out. All right, dog team, so you see there's a flow arrow. I mean, you can kind of figure out just looking at it which way it flows through there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour the solution on from this side. So let me I thought all the water was gone out of here. All right, got it sitting down here pretty as flush as I can get it. And so now we're gonna open up this DPF flush. I'm gonna pour it on in there. Probably want to have gloves on while you do this. Plastic gloves. I don't have on plastic gloves right now, but you can smell the ammonia. There go one. Almost looking at it, I probably should have bought 3 of these, but 2 is gonna do the job. See it slushing around up in here. So while that's cooking, that's what I'm gonna call it, cooking. Let's go up under here and see if we can find this rear knock sensor. So, like I said, man, this is what that knock sensor looks like. And I think I saw it up under here. Alright, so this is going to be your rearmost knock sensor. Doesn't look too hard to get to. Alright, so what you want to do is pull down on this tab here. If you got a screwdriver, it'll probably be more helpful. There we go. Alright, so now it's pulled out. That disengages this one. And this one does not have to disconnect in the same way. But what we can do is go ahead and take these little bolts off here. Alright, the screws are pretty much, let's see, got the screw off, that screw off, and we'll just sit it down here and let's see what it looks like. One more. Alright, so this knock sensor is secured with several zip ties coming over here. What I'm gonna have to do is snap these zip ties to free up this this knock sensor. And what you can also do is cross-reference the model number with what you purchased. Make sure it's the same one. Make sure you're not cutting the wires when you're trying to cut the zip ties. I said tires, zip ties. There we go. That's one of many. And this is going to be that knock sensor that if you want to go ahead and loosen it up. Easier said than done. Alright, so I removed all the zip ties that is holding it on. And this is what you have. This is your old knock sensor. Alright, this is the knock sensor. I mean, can't really tell that it's bad or anything, but we're just gonna stick the new one on in there. Alright, make sure you want to put this in on first because the wire will twist up on you. If you don't, make sure you route it back the same way, up and around, up and around this way. I'm gonna zip tie the wires back together, but this goes back on here. Put these little 10 millimeters back on here. I might need 2 hands. Alright, I got the bolt started. You might not want to use power tools on this unless you got one where you can turn down the settings on. Some may work decent, but in certain places I just like to use hand power. Alright, dog team, man, it is the next day and I roughly had this slushing around. I flipped it over. You can see how dark the water is now. Like I said, I've been slushing it in this solution. It smells like a degreaser, to be honest. That's exactly what it smells like, a simple green degreaser. And it may have some of the same chemicals in it that the degreaser has. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna start to rinse it with warm water. I'm gonna do a few cycles with the warm water and then I'm gonna hit it with the pressure washer. My gloves, but all I got is this one. I got another somewhere, but oh. Alright, so I did about 3 buckets of water, hot water through it. Now I'm going to hit it with the pressure washer and finish the cleaning so we can get this baby back together. All right, I pushed a lot more water through there, just extra, you know. I don't feel it wasn't gonna hurt anything. But before you get ready to start putting stuff back on, I want you to make sure you get all the pieces of the old gasket off. Get you a tool that you can go around each one of the connections. It'll roughly be 6 different sides you're gonna go on. This connected to the piece that's still on the truck, so it's one side on this side. This is 2 sides. You got 3 side, and then you got 4 side with the DOC, and then on the top of the DOC you got 5 and 6, which is the connection to the exhaust right here. So this will be 5 and 6. So clean all 6 sides off real good. I got some flatheads and wire brushes and things that I'm gonna use to get that. I don't think that has to be on the video to show y'all how to freaking clean off a gasket, but completely remove all of the old gaskets. All right, dog team, let me show you the 3 gaskets that you're gonna need. Here we go. 2188190 PE. You're gonna need 2 of these. You can see the little gasket in there. You'll see it better when I open it. And you'll need 1 of these. This is gonna go on top of the DOC, just part of the exhaust piping. So when I say remove all the old crap, this is part of what you're removing from the old stuff. Need a better tool than this. Alright, make sure you get all up around here real good. Alright, dog team, so I ended up using 220 grit sandpaper, which worked out great, plus this flathead, and that did wonders for it. So alright, got my first gasket. And go ahead and bring this down here. Alright, I tried to line it back up with this, but the biggest part, you want to try to keep your lines here lined up pretty good. That way this can go back into place and everything else can fit back into places they supposed to be in. Alright, this is going to be a 13. Alright, dog team, I had to make a correction. Make sure this gasket, not gasket, but the ring is seated all the way around. Mine was, but when I took it back off and tried to put it back on, I didn't have it seated right. So this sensor goes into the DOC. There's another cord back here. This one goes in this spot. So make sure you got your sensors in the correct spot, because you're gonna have to move this whole thing to put them on correctly if you don't. Alright, I got this adjusted. Again, this is a what is it? This is a 22. This is like an 18. I don't have one, so I use my adjustable wrench. So both of these are tightened down pretty good. Alright, dog team. One thing I want y'all to kind of be aware of is the orientation of these gaskets. There is a right and wrong way. I don't know if you noticed that it flares out to the left a little bit. So when you're putting it on, you want to make sure it flares with the shape of the unit or piece or whatever this thing is that's going on. Same thing with this. You don't want to sit it on like this. You want to sit it on like this. So that's just something to be aware of. And I'm also gonna put like 4 pieces of black tape. It'll burn off, because like I said, once everything is finished, you need to do a forced regen on your truck. So there we go. It's seated in there pretty good. Alright, next thing you want to do is reattach this. You should have 4 of these laying around somewhere, so I think they're 8mm. Alright, all 3 of these are tightened up. All of these are tightened up. This is tightened up. This is tight. This is tight. This is tight. Everything gonna be alright. Alright, man. Let's fire this baby up and watch this white smoke come up out this truck, man. Because it's still water, condensation kind of stuff there. So that's what we're about to do next. I can hear the old water that was in there being pushed through. Alright, so what I'm gonna do on my Alright, so what I'm gonna do from my OTR performance out is go to Force DPF regen. it's not as much white smoke as I thought it was gonna be, but it's definitely clearing itself out. Alright, it just finished, took about 42 minutes. It's telling me the soot level is at 12%, which I'm not sure how accurate that is. But I'm going to stop it now, the timer. So now what I want to do is reset the after treatment, reset ash accumulators. So let's try this, reset. Alright. Says right here, I don't know if y'all can read it, perform the service. The ash accumulator reset is only necessary after the DPF has been serviced / cleaned or replaced. So I've just cleaned it, so I'm gonna do a reset on it. Alright, when you're putting it back on, make sure you're lining up your bolts up here. Your bolts up here, I'm going to start my bolts and then tighten them all down once I get them all in. Alright, dog team, I actually forgot to film my exit. I say exit. I was gonna say intro, but exit, tro, I don't know. Ending. Truck running good, man. DPF filter, no more problems with that specific issue. It was cleaned properly. I'm gonna do it again in the future to keep it clean. I think after doing it the first time, it's probably gonna be easier doing it the second time. My expectations of what to do is better. You know, I was figuring it out as I was going, but I was also trying to film it so y'all can see it, and hopefully y'all did. Y'all got to enjoy it. And if you're working on the project at home, man, hopefully it's motivation for you to let you know that you can do it too, man. It's rough, you know, if you ain't got the right tools, you're gonna be in some trouble. But it really wasn't that bad, man. Looking back on it, it sounded and looked worse than what it was, but I was up to the task because I'm like, somebody else can do it. I know I can do it, and that's just me in general. I feel like I can do just about anything, and that was one of the things that I wanted to check off my list. Give you all this video, this guidance. So, man, hopefully y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all watched all the way to this point and you ain't subscribed, man, what are you doing? I need your help, man. Just hit the subscribe button. Your boy Zeke Dawg put out good content as often as I can, man. So, with that being said, man, appreciate y'all checking out these videos, man. Like, share, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell and join the dog team. So, until the next time, baby, keep it trucking.